Hey guys, welcome to the J Chip Show. My name is J Chip, and today here is my second part to my PS2 Collection video. I did the first part a week ago, and here is part 2. Let's just get straight into this. First up, MX versus ATV Untamed. I enjoy ATV games. They're just a ton of fun. I enjoy motocross games. I enjoy Excite Bike. I enjoy dirt biking games. They're just a lot of fun that you can just put in there and have fun for like an hour. And that's what this game is. Unrelated, but Nintendo, if you're watching this, please give us another Excite Bike, because that game's awesome. And we need more of that, please. Speaking of racing games, we got 2 Need for Speed games. First one is Need for Speed Most Wanted and Need for Speed Carbon. I remember when these 2 games came out back when I was a kid, and my brother had these games, and I wasn't allowed to play the PS2 when he had it. I had a GameCube, and admittedly, when he went to work, I would sneak in and play these games and Grand Theft Auto and all that stuff. It was a fun time. Except when I got caught. Obscure: The Aftermath. I really need to get the first Obscure. And that's going to be a hard one because it's very fucking expensive. But this game, so far, from what I played, it's not bad. It's just I want to beat the first one before I get too deep into this one. Orphan Scion of Sorcery. I think that's how you say that name right there. This game is clunky. I am well aware that this is a PS2 launch title, but this is clunky as hell. According to my friend Chase, the anime is shit too, so it's kind of a bummer. Was hoping for a cool game, but like it controls like shit. The camera's terrible. Don't really like the battle system. It's just not a really good game. Oni. And this is by Rockstar. And this is the part that drew me into this game. Bungie did it. Now, if you don't know who Bungie is, they made the Halo games. And I'm a big Halo fan, and I was surprised to see this on the PS2. But I haven't beaten this game, but I have played a little bit of it, and it is pretty fun. I do like the cover of it. Maybe it's because I'm a weeb, but yeah. Next game we got is Persona 4. Now, this is a cover I made because I bought this disc only, and yeah, that's the only way I have this. But someday I'll get like the actual cover and manual because it's not complete. It's only the disc, which is kind of a shame, because this is actually my second favorite Persona game. I am aware that the Vita version is better, but I still like vanilla Persona 4. It's just, yeah, Persona 4 Golden is better. But this still isn't bad. You can still pick it up on Amazon. Next up, Primal. Haven't gotten too deep into this game. This game was $1 at my pawn shop, and that's really the only reason why I picked it up. But I mean, it looks pretty cool. The manual is kind of cool, but I don't know anything about it. Oh, come on. There we go. Next up, Project Eden. Another game I haven't played. And from the reviews that I've seen of this game, it is a strategy game, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I'll get into this. Maybe after this video. Oh. Ratchet and Clank. If you have a PS2 collection and you don't have this game, what's wrong with you? But no, Ratchet and Clank is fantastic. I love pretty much all the games, even though this is the only one I own, sadly. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank is awesome. I also love the PS4 games as well. And I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I like the movie. And Ratchet and Clank is my second favorite out of the 3 PlayStation 2 mascots. now we get into the Resident Evil games I have for PS2. And I am that big of a fan. I have both versions of Code Veronica X. One of them is the 5th Anniversary Edition, which comes with Devil May Cry, the demo CD. I also have the regular edition that you get out of this box set. The Resident Evil Essentials, which comes with 4, Outbreak 1, and Code Veronica X, which is pretty cool. Code Veronica X isn't my favorite in the Resident Evil series, I'll be honest, but it's still a pretty cool game. It's also on the PS4, so that's cool. Next up, Resident Evil Dead Aim. Definitely the weirdest out of all the Resident Evil games. You can beat it in under an hour. I highly recommend that you use a USB mouse to control this, because controlling this with a regular controller is just not that fun. Like, you have to move the cursor with the analog stick, and it just works like a dream with a mouse. So I highly recommend you have a USB mouse, plug it in, and play this game. It's fucking weird. It's a weird story too, but yeah. Up next, Resident Evil Outbreak and Outbreak File 2. These two are the online Resident Evil games. Sadly, I never played Resident Evil Online. Just didn't get the internet at the time. However, playing these games nowadays, it's kind of hard. These games are very, very, very slow. And the servers are shut down. I know that there are servers still out there, like the Japanese version of File 2, but I haven't played it. Someday I will give these games another try and try to beat them. These are like one of the few Resident Evil games. These two games are like one of the few Resident Evil games I've actually beaten. Collection. And lastly, in my PS2 collection is Resident Evil 4, the bad boy. Resident Evil 4 is amazing. It is damn near perfect. If Ashley wasn't in this game would be probably my favorite Resident Evil game. It really is fantastic. And there's so many different ports of Resident Evil 4. There's one for Wii, GameCube, PC, PS4, Xbox One. There's a ton of different ports. My personal favorite is the Wii version because it just aims a lot better. And yeah, let's go on to another stack. Next up, we have Ridge Racer 5. I really love Ridge Racer 4 on the PlayStation 1. I haven't played a lot of the other Ridge Racer games, but this one isn't too bad. I definitely prefer 4 over 5, but this isn't bad. It's just I prefer the other racing games on the PS2, like Need for Speed. Still not bad though, still a fun game. Rogue Galaxy. Definitely one of the more underrated PS2 games on this system. And a game you really should pick up. This game is a hell of a lot of fun. The story and the setting is kind of weird because you're a pirate ship out in space, and you can go onto the front of the boat out in space without any kind of helmet, and you can just breathe fine. But definitely guy has a lot of charm. The voice acting I really, really love. I really, really love. And yeah, this game is just a lot of fun. If you're a fan of Dark Cloud, definitely pick this up because it kind of controls similar. And it's also on the PS4, so you can get it that way. There's no other excuses. Please play it. Up next, SSX. Snowboarding games were the shit back in the day. Snowboarding and skateboarding games, and SSX is definitely a fantastic franchise. Wish they would come back. SSX Tricky is my favorite, but this is still a really fun game. I could play this game for hours. It's just so much fun. What's a PS2 game collection without Shadows of Colossus? What can I say that hasn't been said about this masterpiece of a game? This game is beautiful. It has a very good story. It is on the PS4, so you guys can play the remake, and it's also on the PS3 with the HD remaster. And I haven't played those. I've only played the PS2 version. This game is solid. Next game I have is Sly 2, The Band of Thieves. And I might as well show you guys Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. I really need to get Sly 1. I remember playing these games on the PS3 with the collection and just really enjoying it. I beat the first two, haven't beaten this game. So looking forward to getting that, but I want to get the first one so I can just play the trilogy again and eventually get a PS3 and play the fourth one. Because that'd be really, really kick-ass. Next up, SOCOM 2, U.S. Navy SEALs. I believe everybody on the planet had this game when the PS2 was hot. Like, this game, it's not bad, but this game isn't great either. I prefer the Call of Duty games over this, admittedly, but this still isn't bad. Now we have my introduction to Sonic Mega Collection Plus. This comes with Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and tons of other extras on this. And this was kind of my introduction to Sonic. I didn't have a Genesis growing up, so the only way I could play Sonic games was to get this, and I had a blast with it. And you know, this is still a really good compilation disc. If you're looking to get into Sonic and you don't have a Genesis, definitely pick this up. This game is still cheap, and it's still amazing. Next up, we have two Splinter Cell games. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Admittedly, I haven't played these games. Main reason why is because I want to get the first Splinter Cell game and eventually go through all these. Definitely was more into Metal Gear than Splinter Cell, but these games ain't bad, like from what I've seen at least. Next up we have Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. This game's actually pretty cool. It's very underrated in my opinion. You play as like a demigod and you can control mummies. It's very, very cool. Definitely like the graphics of this. Spyro, A Hero's Tale. Probably one of the more underrated Spyro games in my opinion. This game isn't too bad. It's a lot better than some of the other Spyro games on the PS2. Next up, Sega Genesis Collection. Not a bad little compilation. There's definitely more better ones out there, but this one ain't bad either. Next up, Sled Storm. A pretty fun little racing game. Definitely prefer something like SSX because snowboarding is just cooler in my opinion, but this is still a lot of fun. What's a game collection without Tetris? Tetris Worlds. I mean, it's literally just Tetris. I do like Tetris 99, by the way, even though this isn't Tetris 99, but I still like it, and I still like Tetris Worlds. Definitely a fun game. I mean, it's Tetris. How hard is it to fuck up Tetris? Next up, The Suffering. Now, I saw a PS2 horror collection thing from Alpha Mega Sin, and this is one of them that he showed off, and it looked pretty neat, so I picked it up, but I still haven't played it because I'm just that great of a gamer. Up next, Siphon Filter Dark Mirror. If you saw my retro game treasure unboxing, you would have known I pulled this, and it was in brand new condition. It was basically brand new. It was sealed. Now, I don't remember if it was factory sealed, but it was still a sealed game nonetheless, and from what I played, it's not a bad game. I do like Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3 on the PS1, and I do like that one too. I just need to play the other ones on the PS2. Though the Siphon Filter games are very, very cheesy. But whoever said that was a bad thing. Up next we have Thrillville, Off the Rails. Not a bad one at all. I enjoy some SimCity games, and this is definitely like that. Except you get to build your own theme park, which is awesome because theme parks are awesome. And the best part about this game is that you get to ride the rides that you build. And that's fucking awesome because, like, who doesn't love going on a roller coaster? we got the last stack of games here. Up next, Tony Hawk. Up next, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Probably my least favorite Tony Hawk game. It's just not really, like, it's still fun, but it's just not like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series or American Wasteland. I just wasn't into this one. Up next, Trivial Pursuit Unhinged. Who doesn't love Trivial Pursuit? I mean, this is a fun board game in real life, and it's a fun video game in real life. You know, if you got a bunch of people and you want to play Trivial Pursuit, but you don't have the board game, you know, the PS2 game, it's a good way to go. Plus, I mean, you gotta have some party games in your collection. I mean, it's just gotta be that way. Unreal Tournament. I played about 20 minutes of this and got bored. I know that this was really popular back in the day, but I just wasn't into it. Maybe the Dreamcast version is better. Who knows? But what I know, in my opinion, is that on the PS2 it wasn't good. But that's just me. The Warriors. I've never seen the movie, but I do love this PS2 game. It is very mature, and it is very repetitive. But this game is still a lot of fun, in my opinion. I do like the story. Apparently this is a prequel, which is kind of cool. And I'm hoping that it is, because I do want to watch the movie someday. I just haven't found it yet. Wild Arms 3. Probably my second favorite Wild Arms game. My first favorite is probably the first one. But Wild Arms 3 is still a pretty decent JRPG. Yeah. Nothing else to say. It's on the PS4 as well, which is pretty cool, so you should definitely try it out. Up next, Winback Cover Operations. I have this game on the N64, and the PS2 game is much more superior. I mean, it looks a lot better, and it just plays a lot better on the PS2 controller. Not saying the N64 controller is bad. I do love the N64. It's just that this game is much better on the PS2. Up next, 13. I'm a big fan of the Game Chasers, and Billy from the Game Chasers said that this game was kind of kick-ass, and I do agree. This game is really kick-ass. It's definitely got that GoldenEye type feel. It's a little clunky, but it's still a pretty decent game, and it has a really good story. I just hope someday we get a sequel to this, because, yeah. Last two games. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. If you're not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! The actual card game, try this game out. It does not play like the actual card game. Instead, you move your cards like to try to take over like your opponent's field. It's definitely a very unique game, and I would actually be very happy if they decided to remake this for modern consoles. It's just a lot of fun, and the best part about it is that you don't need to know anything about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime or manga to play this game and know who these characters are, and I think that's really cool. You can also play as the good guy, and you can play as the bad guy. It's pretty damn cool. And the last game is unfortunately a game I haven't played, but I've heard tons of good things about, and that's Zona of the Enders, the Second Runner. I saw the price stickers on it because I just got it not too long ago. And Zona of the Enders looks very interesting. It's a Kojima game, and I love Kojima, and I'm really looking forward to giving this a try. I just need to play the first one, and then I can't wait to sink my teeth into this one. But, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Nice mechs. Stuff like that. Mechas are cool. So, I think that wraps it up for my PS2 collection video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I know it's kind of tough because I'm talking a lot and I'm slurring my words and all that stuff. But, I mean, hey, I still have fun. And I'm hoping that this collection grows. I'm going to be doing pickups videos every month. and I'm definitely on the lookout for a lot of PS2 games. If there is any PS2 game that you would recommend me to pick up, leave it down in the comments section below. I will try to pick it up. Please watch my part 1 video first and get the whole story. And thank you so much for watching both of these, and I hope you I really do hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making this, and I enjoy showing off my collection, just talking about video games with no script. It's a lot of fun. If there is another system you would like me to do a collection video of, please let me know down in the comment section below. I have a Genesis, I have a Nintendo 64, PS4, Xbox 360, but those are a lot smaller than this collection. Not saying I'm embarrassed by that, but it wouldn't be a long video. I am welcome to do my Blu-rays or my DVDs that are over there. You know, if you want me to do more collections, I'm more than willing to do so. So let me know down in the comment section below if you would like me to do that, because I'll do it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun, and now I gotta put these back on the shelf. Big thanks to Shaxter59, Warpbait, Stuff We Play, and Neachon for supporting me on Patreon. You guys rock.